Our next topic on food and health as starting points in Indigenous heritage for action learning towards more sustainable lifestyles was done early on by Gladys Chacha and also by Baba Safo. But many people were involved in this, and it was a really exciting topic to work with. And the question was, how can Imifino heritage inform food security and healthy lifestyle innovation? Now, Imifino, of course, are green leafy vegetables, and tuning into the curriculum, it's actually quite hard to fit in this topic. But around nutrition, health, there are a lot of openings in the curriculum for being able to look quite seriously at the rich cultural heritage. Mabongi Mchali did early work, and she found over 80 species of wild plants were eaten by people. And today we only eat about 5 or 6 species. But as a young girl, Gladys Chacha was taught to harvest Imifino by her mother. As an adult, she still harvests wild greens near a cattle kraal and leafy vegetables from her garden. She would then invite the office staff from the Environmental Learning Research Centre to eat the Imifino with her. And the men would always joke about eating the Imifino, that it would turn them into chatterboxes because it was mostly for women. And of course, it was really important for women and for anemia and iron. And she would always respond that it would make them strong and healthy like her, like a woman. And of course, anemia and locally produced foods are key sustainability questions that can be picked up here. And it's always a challenge for children to go home and see, are people eating green leafy vegetables? Where are they getting them from? What is it like today? And one of the things that came up in investigations that children were doing was that you don't want to be known to be collecting Imifino from the wild because it's been now categorized as food for the poor, people who can't afford to buy cabbages from supermarkets. So do you pick wild greens and be seen as poor in the eyes of fellow community members? How can we change this? And how can you grow your own Imifino? Baba Safo looked at umfuno and Imifino, wild vegetables, the Imifino, and umfuno, the cabbages and green leafy vegetables that were planted. And of course, today we don't get many of these except in punnets from the supermarket or from the stalls. And interestingly, very seldom now do you see Imifino being sold at the bus stops. So the question is, do we grow? Do we harvest? Do we have shop-bought, homegrown, or all of the above? And this is a key and really interesting question for health and for blood quality, particularly in our COVID times. And we can touch the past with our memories of eating the wild Imifino and feel the future flying on the wings of our imagination. How can we restore our health? How can we stay strong and healthy together, informed by heritage knowledge, informed by science, and explored in ESD in our school setting?